There are only 3 videos on the official Corepunk YouTube channel in which players fight mobs. In this video, I'll break down the skills of the mobs in slow motion to better prepare you for the release of the game. First, let me say that the vertical divider on the HP bar marks 250 HP from left to right. Thus, you can roughly calculate the HP of players or mobs. But in the release, the amount of HP may change. I'll start with the simpler mobs and finish with the more complex ones. Mobs termites. They include Termite Queen, Bomboslug, Gravedigger Fly, Termite Soldier. Termite Queen attacks in melee. She summons the mob Bomboslug. While it is known that in one battle it can summon 2 mobs, perhaps this number is unlimited. Bomboslug approaches the player and explodes, leaving a green puddle underneath. What effect this puddle has, I could not figure out. It may cause damage, or it may impose some kind of debuffs. By the way, this mob can be killed before it explodes. Gravedigger Fly attacks from range and prefers to keep his distance from players. Termite Soldier is a melee fighter. Next, I will analyze the mobs of skeletons. They include Espadachín is Spanish for swordsman, El Hechicero, the magician, Armero, gunsmith. Armero is a ranged fighter who periodically throws grenades that explode in a large radius, likes to keep his distance from the players. Espadachín melee fighter. At the end of the battle, he stunned the player for 1.5 to 2 seconds. El Hechicero is a ranged fighter, creates quicksand in a huge radius that slows players down and possibly slows their attack speed as well. Next mobs are soldiers. They include Lost Fronts Soldier, Lost Fronts Grenadier, Lost Fronts Vexillary, Bodyguard Soldier, Bodyguard Grenadier, Bodyguard Vexillary, Commissioner Fabrago. The Lost Fronts Soldier is a melee and ranged fighter. Up close, it attacks with a bayonet knife, and far away with a weapon. Lost Fronts Grenadier, a ranged fighter that throws grenades that explode in a small radius. Lost Fronts Vexillary is a ranged fighter and also a healer. Possesses a strong healing AoE skill.
Camp is under attack!
Bodyguard Soldier, Bodyguard Grenadier and Bodyguard Vexillary are exactly the same mobs I just listed. The only difference is in the name. Commissioner Fabrago is either an elite mob or a boss. Attacks only in melee. After the death of all his bodyguards, a bomber arrives. By the way, Bodyguard Vexillary didn't heal his boss for some reason. Perhaps this was done to simplify the passage. Finally, let's move on to the most interesting and complex occult mobs. In these mobs, the developers have invested more effort. They include Tank Occultist, Heavy Occultist, Shaman Occultist, Slayer Occultist, Archer Occultist, Spearman Occultist. Tank Occultist is a melee fighter, has a skill that temporarily enhances his defense. The next skill casts quickly and the mob dashes forward, dealing damage and stunning everyone in its path. There is one more skill that he rarely uses, and when he has low HP, activates a shield in front, which most likely gives some kind of strong protective properties against long-range target attacks. Heavy Occultist melee fighter. First skill, attack around you. This skill is pretty damn similar to Yu Zhong's from Mobile Legends. For Yu Zhong, this skill works in such a way that targets close to him take less damage than targets that are further away. Perhaps the Heavy Occultist has the same mechanics. The second skill is similar to Tank Occultist's Dash Mob, but Heavy Occultist has more range. Third skill attacks in the area in front of him. Shaman Occultist summons attack and healing totems. The attack totem attacks one target with low damage. In general, it is not a dangerous totem. The healing totem does a good job of healing anyone within its range. Shaman Occultist also casts a skill for 1.5 seconds that stuns enemies in a large radius, after which blue smoke remains. Being in blue smoke will reduce your healing and movement speed. Slayer Occultist Melee Fighter enters a state of rage, increasing his movement speed and possibly his damage and attack speed. Sometimes his basic attacks deal AoE damage from afar and in a cone-shaped area, and this damage is also increased. Archer Occultist is a ranged fighter, throws a poisonous bomb that poisons, dealing damage over time and slowing movement. The longer you stand in the poison puddle, the more stacks you get. The maximum managed to notice 5 stacks. The poison will deal damage over time for 10 seconds. Each stack deals 4 physical damage approximately 4 times per second. The more stacks, the more damage you take. By the way, in one of the previous videos about the analysis of the skills of the Blast Medic, I did not mention that the W skill also dispels allies, that is, removes poisons and negative effects from them. Spearman Occultist Melee Fighter can launch a spear at a single target, dealing very high damage. I also made mini statistics, how often which mob appears. Slayer and Archer most often, Shaman with medium frequency, Tank, Heavy and Spearman are the rarest. There are still a bunch of other mobs, but there you can't fully analyze their skills. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel and press the bell to be the first to be notified of new videos, and also join the discussion on the topic of mob skills in the comments.